Welcome back to the unit on fractions and decimals. Today's lesson is about fractional lengths in triangles and prisms. Today you will calculate the area of a triangle and the volume of a prism with fractional side lengths. So we're asked to calculate the area of a triangle with a base length of 4.5 centimeters and a height of 6 2/3 centimeters. So the first thing I do is just draw a rough diagram of a triangle. It doesn't have to be accurate at all, but just to give me an idea. And I've got a base of 4.5 and a height of 6 2/3. And I want to calculate the area of this. And so the next thing I always do when I'm calculating the area of a triangle is I write my formula for the area. Area equals half times the base times the height. And then I start filling in the numbers, substituting the numbers into the formula. So the area is half times the base, which is 4.5, times the height, which is 6 2/3. And to do this multiplication, I need 4.5 and 6 2/3 to be improper fractions. So I'm going to say a half times 4.5, when I convert it to an improper fraction, is 9/2, because 4 times 2 is 8 and 1 is 9. And 6 2/3, 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20/3. And remember, for multiplication or division of fractions, our denominators can be different. They do not need to be the same. So to make the numbers easier, I can actually do some cross-cancelling here. So I'm going to start with the 9 and the 3, and the greatest common factor there is 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. And I can also do some cross-cancelling with the 2, one of the 2's, and the 20. So the greatest common factor is 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 20 divided by 2 is 10. And I can even do some more cross-cancelling. I can say I've got a 10 in the numerator now and a 2 over here in the denominator. I can cross-cancel some more, and I can divide both by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. And now I can't cross-cancel anymore, so multiply all the numbers in the numerator. 1 times 3 times 5 is 15, and all the numbers in the denominator, 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. So my area is 15 centimeters squared. Next, we're asked to calculate the volume of a rectangular prism, and the model is already drawn here, so I don't need to draw it, but I do want to write my formula, which I would use for calculating the volume of a prism. And the formula is the volume is the base times the height times the width, or actually people usually say the length, the length times the height times the width, length times width times height. And that's going to be in any order, doesn't matter, 4.5 times 1 times 1.5. And again, I need them to be improper fractions for multiplication. So 4.5 is 9/2 times 1/1 for 1, and 1.5 is 3/2. So now I can multiply all the numbers in the numerator. 9 times 1 is 9, times 3 is 27, and in the denominator, when I multiply these, I get 4. And so I can write this as an improper fraction, or as a mixed number, which would be 6 3/4, or I could leave it as 27/4, because we're not asked to actually make a mixed number. But 6 3/4 inches cubed, because its volume, it's cubed. So to summarize the lesson, it's helpful to draw a model and to write the formula. When people don't write the formula, they miss things, like they'd miss the half in the area of a triangle. So it's really good to write the formula and then substitute the numbers in underneath. And we can calculate the area of a triangle by precisely multiplying the fractional side lengths. And I say precisely because we need to pay attention to the details. And the same for the volume of a prism. Multiply the sides using this formula. So today's goals, you can calculate the area of a triangle and you can calculate the volume of a prism, both with fractional side lengths. And that's the end of today's lesson.